Carson, what kind of day do you think you had?
It was good. I don't know.
I mean, where did you want to prove, to yourself and to get the offense kind of to the end zone like you did?
I guess just execute each play. I mean, really all G-Day is just an inter-squad scrimmage, that people get to come watch. So it's just have fun, There's nothing that you need to really stress over. Just have fun, execute each play as it comes.
Started 8 for 9. You hit 8 different receivers. Is that just playing within the offense, hitting what's open? And
yeah, I mean, obviously, we got a bunch of guys that can get it done, and really just executing the offense, playing, what the defense gives me, and just moving on from that.
Talk about the confidence, maybe just by getting all the reps like you've been getting. Well, not all the reps, but more reps than in years past.
I think confidence builds as, like you said, with reps. And compared from my freshman year to now, my confidence has grown exponentially, and I only see it, growing more from here.
How do you approach competition?
I mean, I feel like that's the easy answer. I feel like I compete in everything that I do, and whether it's school, whether it's on the football field, obviously, even if I'm playing a pickup basketball game at the rec center, I'm going to compete, and I feel like it's just naturally built within me.
Is it nice to walk off the field knowing you didn't throw any picks today?
I mean, if I did, I would have walked off the same way, Football's a game of ebbs and flows. It's going to go one way, it's going to go bad, it's going to go good, but, just try to be grateful for everything, and regardless of how it goes. So.
You lead touchdowns in your first 3 drives. What was your confidence level after that?
It was good, I felt like everything was working, Bobo was really dialing it up. I just told him that after when we just talked. He was dialing it up, we were executing, guys were getting open, guys were catching balls, guys were making plays. So, it's really easy whenever we do that and we're executing on all levels.
Did you learn anything from about Bobo today? First chance to really kind of play a game.
I mean, it was a lot of fun. We do a lot of situations in practice where we'll move the field and try to simulate game-like reps and stuff. So I've had a little experience of him calling plays, but obviously today it worked really well.
What's the relationship like in that quarterback room with the competition going on?
I mean, honestly, I'd say this is one of, if not the closest quarterback room, at least that I've had since I've been here. I mean, we all hang out outside of football. There's no animosity, and it's all just competitive excellence. Everyone just, bring their hat every day and try to be the best they can.
Has there been any discussion of timeline of when a guy's going to be named, or did they tell you from the beginning when that could come?
No, and I don't think really any of us are worried about that. It's just compete every single day, kind of like I said earlier, and just execute.
What do you see from the other 2 guys out there today?
I mean, they both had some really good plays, some really bad, same as me. I mean, there's ebbs and flows, and I'm really proud of the way that they competed. Obviously, not everything's going to go your way. There's going to be drops. There's going to be, maybe an offensive lineman lets someone through, or a defensive guy makes a really good play, I mean, we do have one of the best, if not the best, defense in the country. So, it's really fun to just go out there and compete against them and try to do the best that we can.
Today being the end of the spring practice, do you feel like you accomplished everything you wanted to?
Yeah, I'd say I'm content with the way that, I attacked and performed throughout spring and approached the competition part of it. Really just focusing on myself first and foremost and trying to better myself in the little areas that I think that I can improve.
What can you keep doing to improve?
I think the biggest thing is to continue this connection with the wide receivers. Obviously it's a lot of guys that came in with me that we've been throwing since I was a freshman, but the little intricacies and different routes and how to run different things against different coverages and just little timing things that'll just make us better and more explosive as an offense.
Now that you guys will be away from the coaches, how much of your leadership do you feel like you have to display this summer when you do things like get the guys out and running routes?
I mean, yeah, I think that's a huge part of it, and I mean, we already started a little bit in January and February. Certain days whenever we have off or don't have a 7-on-7 or scheduled meeting, we'll come throw by ourselves, no coaches, and that's really where we can attack 3 or 4 different routes each time that we go out there and throw and just try to perfect the little things and little intricacies, kind of like I said earlier.
You mentioned this quarterback room is tighter than probably any of you you've ever played in. How have y'all gone about making sure that friendships are maintained when this is a pretty individual battle?
Yeah, I mean, like it's always said, obviously there is competition. Like I've said, there's zero animosity between any of us, and I think we all love competition. I mean, that's why we all came here. And not only does it make me better, but I feel like it also makes them better. And we all strive based on competition, and we're just going to keep that rolling throughout.
I know you've been asked this already, but what's happening since how you played today? You kind of seen it there.
I mean, I thought I had a good day. Just my mindset coming in was just execute each play as it came. don't look past that. You know, first down is first down, second down is second down, and third down is third down. And just kind of keep rolling and just execute the play that Bobo calls in.
You guys been here for a while. Does it help? Or how does this spring game help feel based on the other ones kind of feel like? What's kind of
I feel like, you know, every spring game, like I kind of said this earlier, but like it's fun. It's supposed to be fun. You know, it's a scrimmage against us. We get to play here. I mean, you don't get many opportunities to play in Sanford Stadium. So for fans to come out and, you know, kind of experience the game-like feel, it's a lot of fun. But, you know, just coming out here, try to have fun and execute.
you feel more comfortable in this game versus the times you've had before?
I feel like every spring game, you know, I've been a certain amount of comfortable, but definitely this one, I feel like I'm probably the most comfortable with past few games.
It seemed like you had a couple of passes, really nice touch passes. When your adrenaline gets going, how tough is it to just kind of lay it in there and not overpower?
I'd say like when I was younger, it was definitely harder because, you know, you feel like the energy of the fans and the crowd and being in Sanford and whatnot, or just any stadium in general. But, you know, the adrenaline starts rushing now, like that kind of comfortable, like kind of laid back aspect, just let things come as they go and just, you know, just execute.
This is your fourth year, going to be your fourth year. How much do you think you developed, and how much do you think you're better than you were your first, second, and third years?
I mean, I'm not even the same player compared to my first year. Athletically, physically, mentally, just as a human being, like just the person that I am now compared to who I was then. And like I really attribute that to our coaches and our staff and the people that are here at the University of Georgia. You know, I can't thank them enough for what they've done and instilled into me in all aspects of my life.
When you say as a human being, what specifically do you mean?
Just, you know, like, I mean, football is more than a game, you know, and it teaches you life lessons every day. You know, you're going to get knocked down, you got to get back up, and you're going to get knocked down again, you got to get back up. So that's just kind of what I mean by that.
Do you feel like it didn't feel like you're going out there trying to show off your arm, like the touch passes? Is that part of the maturity and knowing those are the kind of passes that we
Yeah, like I know what I'm capable of, and there wasn't really many opportunities for me to let it rip, you know? Like I know that obviously I can do that, and there's film of me doing that, but whatever is needed for the play called or to execute the play is what I'm going to adjust to and end up doing.
Do you think that this could very well be a season where you guys rotate quarterbacks offensively?
I mean, I have no clue. That's obviously a Coach Smart decision, but yeah, I don't know.
Can you name some of the guys out there that impressed you today?
You said what?
Some of the guys out there that impressed you today.
Obviously, Brock Bowers. I mean, he had a day. It's a lot of fun to throw to him. Dom Lovett, I thought had a really good day. You know, he's been working. He's been getting a lot better. Cash Jones, I thought, ran some really good routes out of the backfield. You know, he hasn't really had many opportunities in the past, but to come out here and, you know, perform like that on G-Day, I thought those are like three guys that really brought to my mind.
Carson, you might have been asked this already, but your best throw might have been that one to Brock down the sideline on that first drive. And take us through that play, what you saw, and how you dropped it in the bucket.
I mean, just countless reps. You know, we run all these plays so many times, so based off the defensive look, before the play even starts, I kind of know where I'm going with the ball. Obviously, I got to check it and make sure like everything's going the way that I think it is. But, you know, he ran a great route. He got open. I just got to put it out there. He's going to go get it. It's really that easy.
You saw Mika Muse going to have a big day. Tell us a little bit about him.
Oh, yeah. I mean, he was on the other team with me, so I didn't really see him much. But he's been performing really well in practice throughout spring. You know, I'm really proud of him. Just like I said with Cash, you know, he hasn't had much opportunity in the past. For him to come out on G-Day and, you know, perform like that, and even throughout spring practice, I'm also really proud of him.
Take me through Coach Smart telling you all about taking the penalty thing. What did you think of it? You were the one who took the snap. So.
Yeah, I didn't know that we were going to do that until right before the game. And obviously, I mean, going back, I mean, that was a huge moment for all of us, you know, to lose a teammate and a personnel member with with the University of Georgia, two people that were really dear and close to us. You know, to honor them, it shows what we're about here. You know, we're a family, and we'll always be that way.
Was there any point in time, were you comfortable today? Were you nervous? How was your mental state, so to speak?
Honestly, I don't know if I'm ever really nervous as much as like anxious, you know? Like throughout the day, I just wanted to get on the field. So like the second that we touched the field, we started warming up, like I was loose. That's really all that I would say about that.
This isn't a day where you hand it off to the running back show. The quarterbacks are throwing it a lot. Is that the type of day that you want to have more often? I think you had 30 balls maybe? don't know, maybe 25.
I mean, it's always fun to throw the ball. You know, I love throwing the ball, but there's obviously something to ground and pound and run it up defenses and show. I mean, that's what we're built on. We're physical, and our front five. I mean, we can bully anybody, to be honest.
No matter who the starter is this coming season, obviously the starter of the last few years of won national championship and so forth is gone. There will be questions about leadership. There will be questions about can this person do it, etc. How do you answer those questions for Carson?
For me, I mean, obviously everything is separate. Like it's me. You know, I'm gonna be me. I'm gonna lead the way that I think that I need to. And obviously, I haven't really had an opportunity yet. Like this is really my first opportunity to show what I can do in that aspect, in that area. So really just have connection with teammates and just try to be a good person every day.
Do you think they know you because you've been around for a while? How does that?
I'd say people know me. I think, you know, they know who I am and my why and what I consist of. But I think as things start to develop and this year continues to go, that, you know, my personality and my attitude will really start to shine through.
Just a little bit about Ernest Green and Austin Blasky working out there. You've seen them rotate in and out. Give us for those of us who aren't at practice every day,
Yeah.
we don't know anything about them. Tell us about those two guys.
Yeah, I mean, obviously they're both two really good players. Blasky in with like center, tackle, Ernest at tackle, you know, they both do certain things really well. So, I mean, I don't really know much about offensive line, so I couldn't really tell you who does this well or who does this well or who does this bad. So, I mean, that's all I can say. They're both really good people, really good guys.
To continue on that offensive line conversation, how has Seth Van Brand kind of helped you in your work along as you kind of start working into possibly taking that starting role?
I mean, he's obviously a great leader, and he has been ever since he started. He's put me in situations where I have to, you know, show my leadership and just like sudden, like he didn't tell me he was gonna maybe talk to the team or something or whatever, just little situations like that. But seeing his leadership and the way that he leads, you know, helps me kind of open up my shell a little bit and accept that role.
So, and with playing behind such a big line and talented line like you were today, you looked as comfortable as you can be going against the Georgia defensive line. How important is that for you? How important are they for you, for your both development and being able to play?
I mean, obviously, it's always said, you go with the front seven. If you win the line of scrimmage, you're probably going to win the game. And that's what we're built on, you know, physicality. I kind of talked about that earlier. Being able to run the ball and then play fake and throw it over their heads, you know. Obviously, offensive line is a huge part, and ours has always done a good job, especially now. So, yep.
How'd you feel the on-field communication went?
It was good, you know. The guys went out there, played, performed. It was a lot of fun, to be honest, but yeah.
So much double tight end formation the last couple of years. Was having Oscar out there as much with Brock kind of indication that that's going to kind of remain that way this year?
I mean, we have such good tight ends, and even the two new freshmen, I mean, they perform. They're unreal. Like it's really crazy to see some of these guys, especially Brock, the guys that have been here, and then on top of that, Pierce, Lawson. I'm really excited to see what they're all going to do this year.
At the same time, when you got speed, and you got Dominic play more in the slot.
There's so many different ways that, you know, we can attack a defense. Hand it off, run the ball, throw it deep, check it down. I mean, it makes my job easy.
What's your impressions of Ernest Green at left tackle?
I mean, he's a good player, man. I didn't get any pressures today from what I remember. So, I mean, obviously you got to watch film and see. I don't really watch them. I'm just throwing the ball. So, but so far, I think he's had a really good spring.
What did Stetson mean to you?
What was that?
What did Stetson mean to you?
Obviously, you know what he was able to accomplish and overcome. And I've kind of talked about this before, but being told no so many times and his willingness to keep coming back, it's inspiring. And to watch him win 2 national championships, you know, I've learned a lot from not only his game, but the mental side of the game as well, and handling outside things and noise and all that stuff. So that's kind of what he's meant to me.
You said that you're your own guy, but are there any qualities that he has that you saw that you want to really take from him or maybe?
The way that he handles adversity, you know, I mean, he throws a pick, he runs off the field, and he acts like nothing happened, you know? And I think that's a really important part of playing the position of quarterback and, you know, being able to have composure.
Thanks. Appreciate it.